Alright people, let's talk paint first of all. Okay, here we go. Now you're looking at some choices of Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch, except for the bottom ones, and that one right there that's a sand texture. Okay, clear. See this clear? Make sure you buy clear paint. This is going to be your best friend. It helps you when your paint starts to dry. You're going to need it. Don't forget it. Okay, now looking down, you can see I have different colors for different scenes I do. This one here is a sand texture, this Rust-Oleum over here, that one there. It's actually a textured paint. That's more expensive. But these other ones, the Painter's Touch cans, are about $3.12 a piece. Okay, there. Now people look over here on the far right. Here's more clear. This one over here on the far right bottom. Alright, that's an $8 can of paint. Don't buy that if you're using... Okay, this is, exclusively for a certain thing. Just buy the $3 paint. You're going to get the same result for much less money. And you're going to end up buying a lot of paint in a lot of different colors. So just think about that when you go shopping, say at Home Depot. Get the cheaper paints. Okay, you're not painting your best lawnmower here or something. You're making a piece of art. So you don't have to worry too much. Just make sure you get your clear. Alright, you're going to, like I said, need it to move your paints around. Okay, we're going to be moving on here to tools. Now let's look at some of the tools I use. Well, first of all, apron. To keep, save your Levi's while you can. This is just normal masking tape painters use, and I use this instead of magazines to rip and tear and move the paint. Okay, gloves. Now these are out of old dot brushes, but they're actually good tools to move paint with. Respirator. Don't forget your respirator, people. Don't be breathing all this stuff in. I work in an enclosed environment in a garage with ventilation, so I wear a respirator. Okay, these are your globes that you cover your planets with. They're just lids off of various things. Okay, these are your straight edges. These are used, well, for putting straight edges with paint, say on water lines and making stars and stuff like that. Okay, these are dot brushes. This is a fish scaler. I use that to clean those metal edges right there, to make sure I get a clean line. Okay, and these are just wooden, this is sponge, just good for texturing. And this are wooden sticks, little dowels that I use for making straight line applications. And detailing. Okay, a crate to put in everything in it, rather. And, it's good to have, helps you carry it all around. Now, these are the basic tools. You can make them up as you go. People use a ton of different stuff. Okay, so whatever floats your boat, these are some of the basic tools. Okay, now we've talked paint, we've talked tools. Now let's talk ventilation. Okay, now I work inside of a garage. You see I've got my quads covered here. Alright, you're gonna have overspray. There's just nothing you can do about it. Alright, so if there's anything in there that's precious to you, or you're not painting outside, go ahead and cover it, because you don't want all this overspray on your machinery. Alright, then we take a look outside. You can also see there's a $45,000 Chevy truck sitting there. I do not want overspray on my truck. Okay. Alright, here we go. Now we're looking at paints. Again, I'm talking about tagging your paints here. Okay. And what I mean by that is you're not going to want to deal with these lids all the time. Alright, you're going to take them off and they're never going to go back on anyway. Alright, so you're going to tag the can. You're not going to always want to try to read the labels. Alright, and what I do, oh yes, this is ventilation once again, where I push the air out the gables of the garage. Lighting, very important, because I work at night in the hot desert, or the hot summer. I work at night out here, and you're gonna, well, obviously need lighting. Excuse me. Alright, tools again, we've gone here, and now I'm looking at tarps that I put down on the ground, okay, because I don't want to paint my floor. Concrete is a lovely color, I guess, by itself, and I don't, but you can see where I have overshot before, so just make sure you cover your floor up. Alright, and now what are we looking at? Okay, well, obviously more tarps and whatnot. Okay, now I'm going to talk about tagging paint again, I think. Yeah, this has already been seen. This is just telling you, tag your paints. And eventually I'm going to show you how to do that here. But what I'm saying again is you're going to lose the lids. So now I'm going to show you. I take a cloth and I just spray some red onto the cloth. Alright, and then I'll come to the side of the can, right, and I'll just swipe it like that. So that way when I look down, I know what color immediately I'm dealing with. I don't have to sit there and try to figure out what color's what. Okay, now that these are tagged, You want to do this to each and every one of your cans, okay? Each color, except for obviously the clear, wouldn't make much sense to do that too. But anyway, that's tagging your paint. So when you have 50 cans, it's a lot easier. Okay, organization. Put everything in a crate. Alright, so when you're not painting, everything is in a crate, it's up on the shelf, you know where it is. And when I'm not painting, all my paints are up on the shelf like this. I know where they are, I know what colors they are, which ones have been tagged, which ones are new. Alright, and everything's, I don't have to go searching the whole garage to find everything. Okay, this is how I do it. It's not necessarily how you do it, whatever. Okay, now we're going to go inside, we're talking paper here. Okay, now I know the white balance is off, but we'll work with that later. Okay, you're looking at a design here that this is what I do. When you start out, you don't have to do this. This is what I do for a complicated painting. I kind of start to figure out how I'm going to put it together, what colors go where. Okay, now this is a very complicated thing, so we won't even go into that yet. Okay, now you're looking at poster board here. I use a premium type poster board. Okay, you don't have to. When you first start out, just get some 11 by 16 craft paper and stuff, and work with that at first. Alright, so you see here that I'm using premium poster board. This is extremely thick paper, but I do large scale paintings. So when you're starting out smaller. Just get some, well, whatever, some normal poster board, cut it in half, and start with stuff like that. And, you know, this is like some of the first, this is the first painting I ever did, right here. That was about a year ago. I learned this on YouTube, and you will learn a lot more from YouTube if you just keep watching these videos that I'm making and watch all these other artists. There are some artists from around the world that are phenomenal at what they do. I am by no means a master artist. There are some people out there that are just amazing.